We begin our action reel with a top gun in the West and the #1 team in the NBA, the Seattle Supersonics. Seattle's put their game on cruise control. And last week, they sped by the Portland Trail Blazers 114-100 for their 6th straight victory.
3-on-1. Payton lead in the back. Gets the ball. Payton. The A's get back, and then there's a steal from the men of steel. Payton.
I think if we start picking it up like we did earlier in the year, I don't think anybody in the league can do that.
Later in the week, they faced the new-look Los Angeles Lakers with Magic Johnson at the helm. The league's newest coach would taste defeat for the first time as the Sonics held on for a 95-92 victory behind Sean Kemp's 28 points and 12 rebounds.
McMillan drives into the lane, feeds to Kemp, gathers himself into the air, chance at home and drew the foul.
But this hurt because I wanted this bad for them. I knew with this win, it would have turned the table for us.
Finally, Seattle posted their 8th consecutive win against Golden State. And once again, the Rain Man was the star as he tossed in a game-high 32 points.
He is really on his game tonight. A one-man wrecking crew.
Steamrolling their way through the Midwest these days are the red-hot San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs have ascended to the top of their division, leaving all opponents in their wake. First up last week were the struggling Dallas Mavericks. After 3 tight quarters, San Antonio pulled away for a 117-92 victory, their 16th consecutive win over the Mavs.
Kerry Cummings on his way to the hoop. Outside to Robinson. He takes the 3. Oh, boy. He's got everything, my friend.
And against Cleveland, the Admiral showed off his full arsenal as the Spurs buried the Cavs for their 5th victory in a row, 107-95.
Alley-oop. Anderson. 8 to shoot for Davis. Working on Hill, the late double team by Mills, and count the basket.
He got off to a slow start. It seemed like he just wasn't into the game, but got started there in the second half. We realized if we were going to win that game that Dave was going to have to come alive for us.
Then against Charlotte, Robinson and his teammates took care of the playoff-hungry Hornets with an impressive 20-4 run in the 3rd quarter that effectively put the game out of reach.
Robinson runs the floor and hammers one down. Charlotte with another timeout to regain their composure.
Finally, the hottest team in the league, the New York Knicks, continue to roll over opponents.
Get your game faces on.
Last week against Charlotte, New York posted their 14th straight win as Charles Oakley shook off a sprained knee to dominate the game.
Oakley from Ewing, yes, and it counts. Oakley from Ewing.
Everybody just stepping their game up, defensively and offensively. That's the biggest difference. We got tired of losing. That's basically it.
We want to beat Atlanta. We want to have the best record in the Eastern Conference, and there's nothing wrong in chasing Seattle. So the streak is nice, but it's really about winning.
And against Miami, the New York Knicks streak just kept rolling on.
Knicks swing it to Mason, who kicks it back to Oakley, who drives and draws the foul. Anthony Anderson for 3. Got it! Oh, that's great. That is great. The Knicks have now won 15 straight games.
Now, in this week's news, notes, and quotes, one of New York's chief adversaries, Shaquille O'Neal, takes center stage. This week, the Orlando Magic Center was one of 2 players added to Dream Team 2, which will compete in this summer's World Championship of Basketball.
It's a great honor to my teammates, to my family, and to myself to be named to Dream Team 2. I'm just going to go this summer in Canada, have a good time.
That's going to be a fierce lineup with Shaquille in the middle, and really doesn't matter who's surrounding him because he's such a force out there, and it's really going to help us, to take strides in winning the gold medal this summer.
Indiana Pacers guard Reggie Miller was also named to the prestigious Dream Team 2, becoming the 12th and final member of the squad.
You're going to have USA across your chest. You're going to be representing everyone and each and every state. You're going to be amongst these great superstars if you're playing for your nation and stuff. So it's a thrill.
Miller's coach in Indiana, Larry Brown, got a thrill of his own this week, becoming just the 10th man to record 700 victories. The 22-year coaching veteran has won 4 NBA and 3 ABA divisional titles. Meanwhile, another coaching legend, Pat Riley, was named IBM Coach of the Month, guiding the New York Knicks to a perfect 14-0 mark in the month of March.
Our team is hungry. They're really hungry, and they want to win it, but they're going to have to stay hungry.
Since taking over, Riley's guided the Knicks to 3 consecutive 50-win seasons. And last year, he was named the IBM Coach of the Year. Golden State's Chris Webber also had a great month as he captured the Coca-Cola Classic Rookie of the Month award. And finally, Shaquille O'Neal, who averaged 30 points and 15 rebounds, was named NBA Player of the Month. Welcome back to NBA action. Leading off this week's On Fire is Atlanta's Kevin Willis, who notched a team-high 29 points, along with 21 rebounds, in the division-leading Hawks' 106-102 win at Sacramento.
Here comes Willis. Here's the turnaround fadeaway. Money time for Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis isolated on Tisdale. Doubled by Richmond. The turn, jump hook. He's got another one. 22 points for Kevin Willis, and the Kings don't have an answer for the big fellow.
Willis was unstoppable, leading the Hawks to their 50th win of the season. Central Division rival Reggie Miller aided the Pacers in their battle for playoff position with a season-high 38 points, including a perfect 15 for 15 from the foul line in a key win over Orlando.
Miller, good. He's going to come on, folks. He's going to have a big night. Reggie Miller, pull-up jumper from 17. You know he's going to hit that 10-point game.
Miller's efforts boosted Indiana to a 128-113 victory.
Miller, look at him work. Miller against Dennis Scott. Shoots the three. Oh, and a man in his face. There's your ball game, folks.
Well, it was quite a ball game for Milwaukee's Ken Norman as he helped defeat the Portland Trailblazers 111-109. Snake put in a season-best 37, one shy of his career high.
Deep in the corner. There is Norman for the three. Now it's back to Norman. He tries. Got it. Three-point basket. Norman having a big scoring night. Picked up by Norman. Yeah, that's the buzzer.
Wiggling his way into this week's Rookie Watch is another Milwaukee Buck, Vin Baker, who's really been impressive all year long.
And it's picked up short, however, by Vin Baker. Behind the back dribble, takes it inside off to Blue Edwards. Blue lays it up in there.
As a number 8 pick in the 1993 draft, Vin Baker obviously impressed many NBA scouts. But this versatile big man didn't exactly come from a basketball powerhouse.
I wasn't recruited that much at all in high school, but Hartford was one of the schools, a couple other schools, so I chose Hartford as closer to home. And I think that I came here very hungry. You know, there were a lot of doubters, people who felt that I couldn't play in this league, people who felt the competition I came from wasn't good enough for me to make this jump.
Well, the main thing that I look for in a player is, you know, not only what he can do for me now, but what I think he can do in the future. I thought he had a lot of upside as far as, you know, the players that were in a position for us to draft when it came time to choose. And he's a very skilled player. You know, we need that type of player, skilled player who's got an upside.
Gives it up, and Baker finished.
While Vin Baker will look to continue to improve in his first year, others have already seen much promise in this gifted rookie.
In 5 years, I could definitely see him on the All-Star team. In 3 years, because he's that talented.
No, definitely an all-star. He's definitely got that potential.
Talk about potential. Check out this edition of NBA Encore. Now, let's get things underway with a hefty helping of sweet dishes.
Nice look. What a play by Anderson to P.J. Brown. That was a heck of a pass by Jimmy Oliver. And the rebound to Sean Elliott. Look at the lead pass for Thomas. Saves it into Cadillac, and he finds Dumars.
Price with the ball. Long pass picked off by Dennis Scott. Scott 2-on-1 with Penny. Back to Penny for the jam.
Don't you just love watching these guys get up? Hey, how about just sitting back for an assortment of spectacular alley-oops?
Chip for the alley-oop.
Way to fly, big guy. Nice finish, Chris. Hey, Brian, toss one long and tall.
Shelley, rolled in. A half-court run from Shaw. Alley-oop to Vinny. Yeah, man, baby. Back comes Forbes. Forbes with the alley-oop.
Yeah, I do love those dunks. Hey, what do you say we keep going up strong as we commence with an all-out rock attack? Here's Sprewell open. Oh, what an explosion.
Campbell dribble drive down the middle on a slam dunk.
Drexler up to Vinny. Elmore finds Big John, who finds the ball. Slam dunk. John on the power drive.
The Marlin takes it away. He'll lead it to Webber out in front for the dunk. He's there. Hammered up.
Anderson fakes the three. Now drives and jams it.
Take us home, baby, Jordan.
Miner with a steal. Look out.
Now, on a new special feature, we take a look at the Blazers' Clyde Drexler's quest for glory. Clyde Drexler entered the NBA with a reputation as a spectacular individual performer.
Clyde! Oh, that's the glide right there.
But what had not yet been proven was his ability to lead a team.
A lot of people like to make it look like it's an individual contest. So with 12 teammates, 3 or 4 coaches, you got to think of it in the team concept.
In the 1990 season, Drexler's 7th in the league, he would take a cohesive Blazer team all the way to the finals.
The Blazers will play for the World Championship.
And though they would lose to a battle-hardened Detroit Pistons team, Clyde Drexler had learned an important lesson.
I felt like Detroit had more experience. I think there were some areas where we could have taken advantage, but we didn't, being a young team. And those are opportunities that you may never get again.
The next season, Clyde would drive his Trailblazers like never before.
We came out like gangbusters. We won 63 games that year. Had the best record in the league. People thought we were going to win it.
But instead, there would be another lesson, as Magic Johnson and the Lakers upset the Blazers in the conference finals.
And the Lakers get the rebound. Magic throws it down court.
With this dramatic play, the Lakers would go on to the finals, and it appeared Clyde Drexler might never get this chance again.
People were really down on us. There were a lot of negative things that were said.
But again, Clyde would find hope in despair. Magic had put on a clinic in leadership, and always the good student, Clyde had paid attention.
And you always want to make sure that you do the best you can to help the team. And that's what true leaders do. You try to bring everybody else up around you.
The next season would be perhaps Clyde's finest. Regrouping his team, he'd rally them back to the finals.
Mercy at the other end.
If ever Clyde's moment of destiny was at hand, it seemed to be now. He had learned from each defeat. He had persevered when no one else had believed in his team. And now he entered a showdown that would not only determine the league's best team, but also its best player.
Jordan against Drexler. Clyde against Michael. See, this is what Michael lived for, showing Clyde that, hey, I am the best in the world.
That's an egotistical thing, if you ask me. And I don't get into that. I think it's a team game. Everybody has to do their part.
Drexler's considerable virtues again went unrewarded. The Bulls were simply better. And Jordan, well, he put on one of the most spectacular individual performances in finals history. This left Drexler with another lesson, forcing him to reevaluate the team concept with which he began his championship quest.
Looking back on it and looking at the comments that Michael made about how he thought he wanted to be better than I was, I wish I had took it more personally. Because sometimes you think about things after it's over, and you think about your approach and the other guy's approach, and you wish you could do some things over.
And now as he ponders how best to lead his team, in his heart, he still holds the hope of finally realizing his championship dream, counting his lessons, and hoping fervently that he hasn't learned them too late.
I dream about it. The only thing is, I don't think I'll be kissing the trophy. I'll hug it, yeah, and we'll share it as a team.
And now that we have you on the edge of your seat, it's time for the top 10 plays of the week.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In our courtside countdown. Leading things off, the Bulls dig deeply into Coach Jackson's playbook.
Pip dives after it, gets it ahead. Kerr tries to pick it up. Still loose on the floor. Scotty down to JoJo for the slam.
At number 9, Nick's flip ensures that this one has an excellent ending.
Nexel down the middle, spins it up and in. He got a lot of English on it, and only the English forced the ball off of the rim as it was trying to fall out the front and back in. Great play.
At number 8, it proves once more that you're much better off being lucky than good.
Good defense. Offensive shot by Mills drive.
Hey, rumor has it Showtime's return to Los Angeles, and the Lakers take center stage to prove it.
Smith with the rebound and quickly 4 yellow jerseys. And you heard Magic, you might have heard Magic screaming on the sideline. Go, go!
At number 6, do you think Chris Mullin's haircut helps him to see better out of the eyes than he has in the back of his head? Mullin to Weber!
Yeah, we've seen some great passes, but can you remember a better one than that?
Uh-huh. In fact, it's coming right up, and it's a Peyton prayer.
Stolen by Gary Payton. Kendall Gill, what a play, and he scores.
After nearly 4 quarters, it all comes down to a penny.
Penny Hardaway with a good move. Slams it with 1.6 seconds remaining. Big basket for Penny Hardaway.
You will not see a better shake and bake move, maybe in our lives, on that one particular play in a crunch time situation.
The continuation of the countdown, as performed by Clyde the Clyde Drexler.
At the basket, he kept right on going. The whistle blew. Kendall Gill grabbed him, but Eddie Middleton says yes.
At number 2, the Rockets get all tangled up as Chris spins his web.
Well, finally to Weber. Dribbles it over Ori. Weber spins over the Gatling. That was spectacular.
And for the number 1 play of the week, the Rain Man makes a thunderous assault across the great Northwest.
Flynn won't go. Kemp all over that rebound like a bad suit. Out of backcourt, he comes out of the block on fire. Oh, raging right-handed tomahawk down from the Rain Man. Oh, my goodness. He punched that ticket